Okay, Chef Ristard here. Look, this is another bread. Just to follow up, somebody said, can you give us another idea for another bread? As you can see here, there's two different contrasts. Here I've got white spelt on this side, right? 100 grams. And I've got 150 grams there. It doesn't have to be exact. Don't be worrying about it if it's not exact. All those lies about pastry and breads, then it has to be, don't mind it. Yeah, exact when you're working with fake food. But when you're working with real foods, like heirloom foods like spelt flour and its fibre. Oh, anyway, this is a very quick bread, right? So let's get the rest of it in, right? So I've got a teaspoon of baking powder, yeah, popped in there, right? I've also got Maldon salt. Now, salt's very important. I keep saying it all the time, I always will. Good salt versus bad salt. Good salt, there's a teaspoon of Maldon salt, okay? I've got some herbs here, yeah, some oregano and some fresh thyme, yeah? So I'm just throwing them in there. And as you can see, it doesn't matter if the herbs are not broken. No, don't be worrying about it. It's all part of it. Oh, that good feel factor. Put them in your fingers, yeah? Enjoy it, love it. So that's the dry stuff out of the way, yeah? So give it a mix, okay? Just like so, give it a mix. Ho, ho, ho. Make a well in the middle, okay? And then get your cold water. In you go, right? And fill the well up, right? Except in this case now, we're going to speed things up a little bit and we're going to put some hot water in there as well. Boiling hot water. Don't put your fingers in there now, you'll burn yourself. Now, in this bread, because it's a savoury bread, right, I'm putting in a little bit, about a teaspoonful of agave. Or you can put brown sugar, coconut blossom, whatever you like. Or you can put none, if you like. But I like a little bit in. It just kind of rounds off the dough ball really nicely. So as you can see, what you do is just make a batter in the middle. And there's no sieving with this flour, that's right. It's not like wheat flour, spelt flour. Spelt flour is original. It hasn't been messed around as such, you know. It hasn't been hybridized like wheat. You know, people talk about the pandemic out there with the COVID. Whoa, there's the camera moving off of me. Wow, I tell you, there's a bigger pandemic. It's the wheat. The wheat is the problem. I think the COVID actually, from all the years' experience, I think the COVID is just a cover story for lots of other things that are going wrong. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion of being a chef and everything, and you know yourself. Anyway, so give it a good stir, right? Until you get it in for it.
Start caving down there. Just give it a shake and the walls will start falling in, right? Now, and it's still pretty wet this, yeah? But don't worry about it if it's too wet. Oh, don't worry about it. What we do, it's the end of the dough. Not at all. It's the beginning. It ends up like a yeast dough, yeah? That's the thing about spelt flour, right? Because it's original and hasn't been messed around by man, you know? Look at it. You can see it there. See it coming on? It starts to activate the hot water and that, yeah? So this is a really quick bread that you can make quickly and pop it in the oven. You don't have to knead it too much. You don't have to prove it and leave it there for an hour or any of that nonsense. Watch.
Now, as you can see, that's still pretty wet, isn't it? So let's pop another bit of flour in. Don't worry about it. How much water did I put in? And that's a good question, isn't it? A little less would have been nice, maybe. But don't worry about it. I want to show you here. There's no such thing as a mistake when you're working with real food. Not at all. You might hear the music in the background, as I say to people. I love the music in the kitchen 24/7 in my house. In my Airbnb here in Wicklow Town. It's one of the best Airbnbs around, no doubt about it. So look, take your dough out there, yeah? And as I said, look, it still looks like a yeast dough, yeah? But there's no yeast in here. And if there is, it's all natural. Yep, it comes from the flour. So just pop that out of there, out of the way, right? Like so. Making sure your hands are nice and floury, yeah? And there's your, look, it's all soft. Whoa. Oh, it's cool this, when you see this. And it makes a lovely bread. A really, really nice bread. So you just keep kneading that in. Don't worry about if it's wet, yeah? Just get a little bit of flour, right? And spread it out. That's what I do sometimes. I spread it out like that. Right, until the wet starts to come through, right? And then I lift it over and let it absorb up the flour that's on the board, yeah? On your tabletop. Because you don't want to waste it. Like, it's really good flour, like. And this flour is it's full of fibre, full of minerals. So look at it there, rolling around there, yeah? Very wet, very soft. Oh, it's like a sponge it is. So the texture is really, really soft. You see it there? Oh, look at that. Look at that texture, yeah? It's very soft, yeah? So there's a big loaf format. You can put it in the oven just like that if you want. Bump, 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 slice it, pop it on the oven, bang. And when she comes out, beautiful. Will we do that with this one? No, we won't. We're going to stick to the plan. Right, a little bit more flour because it's tiny little bit of sticking to the hand. So here we go. We're on the final one there now, yeah? So you're making like a big kind of flatbread. And by the way, you can cook it like this if you like. Make a big flatbread. So here we go. So that's all done there. Knead it up.
And the last bit now is to knead it out into a circle. A little bit of flour. Last bit of flour there. And it's not sticking anymore. Alright? So, whoops, it is on the other side. So a little bit of flour over there as well, yeah? There you go. Until it stops sticking, right? To your fingers and the board. Then you're good to go, yeah? Knead it up like that, yeah? Boom, boom. Very simple. Very simple. Okay, turn it over, right? Like that, and she's still lovely and soft. Right? Plenty of flour there, yeah? So, there you go. Like so. That's called a nun's bun, when you're chopping it in like that, kneading it, right? So what we're going to do now is push down, yeah? Push down and push out. Alright, so always keep the flour on the bottom, yeah? Drag it in from around the edges, right? So it doesn't stick on you. So just put it out to whatever size you like. So this is about an inch, just a little bit over an inch. So that'll do. Egg wash, water wash, as I tell people, right? So water wash, there you go, a bit of water on the hands, right? And you like a nice kind of a salty kind of crust. Oh, go on, put some on there. So there's a bit of the Himalayan salt, right? On the top there, and it bakes lovely into the bread as well, yeah? So the last thing, cut it up into our portions, yeah? So it's always best if you start off with the, 50-50 split. Look at the inside there, still, as I said to you, it still looks like a yeast dough. So when you see this, when it rises and that, yeah, oh, it's cool, yeah? So these are like little tapas breads I make, yeah? So this is a savoury tapas bread with some fresh herbs in it, yeah? Topped off with a nice sea salt crust, yeah? And you can move them into whatever shapes you like. So the last thing we have to do now is just pop it on a tray, right? Now, I've got a tray here, one of those wire racks on it, yeah? Wire rack job underneath, okay? So to let the air and a bit of greaseproof paper. If you go straight onto the wire rack, it'll just melt and it'll fall through. It'll be tough to get it off. You won't be too interested in making bread too much. Whereas if you do it the easy way, you'll go, wow, I love this bread so much, I'm going to make it all the time. Like I do. And any of my guests here that have bread like this, they just go crazy for it. I'll give them the recipe, give them the video. So that's why somebody sent me a message there, and he can show us another idea on the bread. There you go, it's very simple. Let's pop it in the oven and see what happens.
Oh, cool, let's have a quick look. See there? Now, here we go. I said I'd show you this one as well. This is seitan, yeah? Made from spelt. And what I've got in here is oyster mushrooms, and it's like a little chicken burger when it's finished. And it's seasoned, of course, with good salt and Malden salt and cracked black pepper and that, and it's from a seitan ball that I have here that I made. And a mixture of, as I said, wild mushrooms, but I took just the oyster out because I want to show you this, right? When it goes crispy in that, yeah? Over to the pan here, I'll show you. Look at that. See the oyster? And we've got a little ball in that, and if you make your hand wet when you're rolling out your ball, it won't stick so much to you. So pop your ball on the pan like so, and you can hear it frying away there, yeah? I tell you, this is really cool. If you like chicken balls, so there's a chicken ball there for you, you can drop them into boiling hot water, they're like dumplings there, that's another recipe for you, yeah? So you can flatten it out a little bit more, of course, yeah? We have our little tongs here, and you can just pat them out there to whatever you want, yeah? Whatever size you want. But so let's crisp her up there and we'll show you now. So then we got our egg slice there, and we flatten her out there like that, yeah? And that's all you have to do, yeah? As simple as that, yeah? On one side, fry it off for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then over the other side, okay? Let's go. Now, as you can see here, I'll turn her over, right? There it is, look. That's like a burger. Whoa, she's flying away like a burger. That's a bit of liquid coming off the lid. Anyway, I'll put a lid in it because why not? Make sure she's cooked. You can use a lid or you can do it dry, whatever. It depends on the moisture. If you're using the lid now, it'll make it a bit more moist, your burger, when it's finished. But if you want it drier, leave the lid off. Oh, it's so great. You can do so much with real food. Okay, let's cook her off then. I'll show you. Oh, look at that bread. Look at the rolls on that bread. let's take it out there. She's been in there about 10 minutes. And please, don't put your hands straight on that bread like that just done. I would advise it, yeah? It's very, very hot, yeah? My hands are a bit different nowadays. I've got special powers on my fingers. Whoa! Anyway, see the sheet bounce up and down. Let's put her to the side there, yeah? Squeeze her down, lovely crisp. Look at that. Oh, she's bouncy. But a little bit more, a couple of more minutes just to dry her out, yeah? That's the sheet. There we go, look at that. So I've done one side of it, look. It looks starting to look like a burger even. Holy moly. And it's lovely and crispy. So that's the idea of this one, because the topping I'm going to put on it and that, yeah? I'm going to show you my little mixed plate. Oh, here we go, she's out of the oven. There's the one I cracked in there earlier, yeah? Look at the rise on that, yeah? Let's have a look inside, yeah? Roasting hot now, so be careful, guys. I'm not saying you should pick this up, it's certainly not. But look, it even looks like sourdough bread, yeah? Yeah, lovely. Beautiful. Squeezy, softy, up and down. Whoa, cool, yeah? Oh, you can put it in there for another couple of minutes if you want, yeah? If you feel that it's a little doughy in areas, no problem. That's how easy it is to cook that. Well, you see now, I'm going to stick it on a plate. Watch this. Violife, the vegan cheese, yeah? I used to be a sucker for cheese, like us all. The only reason we're suckers for cheese because it was purposely made to be very highly addictive. Did you know that? Yeah, the cheese people, that's the way they made the cheese. So it's going to be very addictive. Anyway, and they won. Good job. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the cheese I'm using, a bit of cucumber. Hold on, I'll show you these. Okay, now watch. Here's the bread, right? And here's my bits on the side, right? So I've also got a bit of radish here, yeah? Similar to a previous video I would have done, but we're going to change it just a little bit because I want you to see how quickly you can build up a plate, you know, that looks pretty enough. Tasty looking, and presentation wise, you know, if it was handed to you, you go, I'm happy, yeah. Anyway, and here's my this lovely pate, the end of the pate, yeah, that I made. I made it yesterday, as you'd see in a previous video. But look, sometimes I like to just eat the same food for a day or two, and why not? So what we'll do is we'll take our pate, right, and we'll pop her on the plate there like that, yeah? Simple as. And this is, you know, again, when you're in restaurants or in, you know, you want to do fancy stuff and all that, yeah? Sure, you can start anywhere with fancy stuff. Anyway, so again, here's a bit of leaf, right? So we're going to put leaf around like so there, like that, yeah? Lovely juvelies. Now we want a bit of radish for a bit of colour, yeah? So, you know, we can throw a bit of, in around like that, you know? And I do like to spoil myself sometimes and present my food very nice to me. Why wouldn't I, you know? So what else have I got here? Oh yeah, I've got some cucumber sticks, but small ones, yeah? So there's some cucumber sticks there, throw in there on top of that, yeah? Like so, yeah? So there you go, cucumber sticks, a couple more. And then this cheese that I talked to you about, yeah? Sprinkle a little bit of cheese through that there, like so, yeah? Happy days, yeah? Now, the gut is very important, guys. I can't emphasize it enough. So when I don't have my own sauerkraut, sometimes I go down there Bayona, yeah? You know that one, yeah? I use a bit of that, yeah? So let's take a little bit of that, you know, sauerkraut, live cultures, very good for your gut, okay? So at the moment, last couple of weeks, I'm really looking after the gut. It's kind of a summer clean I do, yeah? Get it ready as such and get it ready for the next step. So a little bit of sauerkraut there on that, yeah? Now our breads, there we go, our breads, slap it on the sides, you know, and you've got yourself a meal. Now, you can go a little bit further. You say, God, that's not enough, that's not going to feed me. No problem. You want a little bit extra? Grab an avocado, throw it in there, yeah? And let's not forget our nice sprouts. Alfalfa. Sprouts, yeah? So pop them on top as well, yeah, like so, yeah, or just put them in there so as you can see what you're eating, yeah. And that's it. It's very simple, isn't it? Guess what's next? Oh, somebody said there about dressing. Look, I like my food very simple and very plain, because there's enough waters in your foods, especially your cucumber, right? If you chew your foods properly, you'll be creating dressings in your mouth, and that's the way I like it, yeah. So you can put a bit of salt on it, or else a little bit of salt, or do you know what's nice as well on this? Lemon juice, yeah. So a little bit of lemon juice and off and fresh herbs. So much you can do. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for you. And we're start out. Hey, share it about, please. Go on, share it to your mates there. Show them how easy it is to knock up a nice essential meal. Okay, so let's not forget now our nice our oyster burger, which is like chicken, guys. Yeah, I'll show you now when you open it up. Look. It's all stringy and everything, yeah? That's cool, it is, yeah? Anyway, that's going on there as well. That's going a bit makeup apart. And I got a new thing there that I came across there. I said I want to check them out for texture. These are hash browns. Yep, except they're made with cauliflower, yeah? I got them in the supermarket there, so I said I'm going to check 2 of them out there as well, right? So there's a few hash browns. There's me chicken burger, which is made from oyster mushroom, which tastes like chicken. That boy. Look. Bloody stringy, it looks meaty and everything. Anyway, pate, sauerkraut and cucumber, mixed leaf with rocket, relish, a little bit of cheese, and you know that bread. Well, what it is I popped it in the oven, so I'm going to melt some cheese on that, see what it's like. We'll check that out now. And it melted it down, so onto the plate there, onto my lovely evening snack. Look at that. Little things just put together and full of minerals and vitamins. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and as I said, share it about. We need plenty of good stuff out there. This is the type of stuff that'll help your immune system, not vaccines, needles and pills. You know, it's a simple food. That's all. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to show you while I'm here with these. These are food bags that I got in the cash and carry, yeah. Very cheap. I think it was about 1,000 in a pack, but they're great for throwing your food in and for storing and that, yeah. And going straight into the freezer with these, yeah. So that they keep in that. But there you go, just let you know, as soon as your bread's cooked, freeze it down. Because when you put it back in the oven for 5 minutes, it comes back out, brilliant. There you go. Oh yeah, one more thing about that nice cheesy bread. Do you like garlic bread, guys? Well, if you're interested, then I'll show you how to make a nice garlic bread. If you're interested, let me know, yeah? A cheesy garlic bread. Come on.